afternoon and thank you for keeping it TV47. You're watching Newsfeed with me, Ruth Mulandi, on the 20th day of March 2021. Now we begin where Kericho Deputy Governor Susan Kikwai is dead. Kikwai, who was battling diabetes, is suspected to have succumbed to COVID-19. She died a few hours ago at a Siloam hospital where she was receiving treatment. Kericho Governor Paul Chepkwony is expected to brief the press any moment from now on Kikwai's demise. Indeed, sad indeed, may her soul rest in eternal peace. Now moving on, days after the demise of Tanzanian President John Pombe Magufuli, President Uhuru Kenyatta this morning visited the Tanzanian High Commission in Muthaiga, Nairobi, to pay his respects to the late former president of Tanzania. Magufuli, in a procession from State House, President Uhuru was accompanied by Speakers Justin Muturi of the National Assembly and Kenneth Lusaka of the Senate, Acting Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu, Cabinet Secretaries Fred Matiang'i of Interior, Amina Mohammed of Sports, Margaret Kobia of Public Services, and Aden Mohammed of East African Community met the High Commissioner John Stephen Simbawene in Muthaiga to condone Magufuli. President Kenyatta has insisted that Kenya will help the new leadership in Tanzania as well as maintain a solid relationship with Tanzania.
Na Kenya ni kama ndugu mapacha. Yale ambaye yanatendeka Tanzania hata sisi hapa kwetu tunatukuza. Na sisi tuko hapa kuonesha solidarity yetu na wenzetu wa Tanzania na kuungana pamoja na jamii ya hayati Rais John Pombe Magufuli na wananchi wote. Na tukasema hatuwezi kukosa kuja na kuonesha umoja wetu nani wakati huu mgumu. Kwa hivyo balozi, kwa niaba yangu, kwa niaba ya serikali na kwa niaba ya viongozi wale wote ambao tuko hapa na Wakenya wote, pokea hizo rambirambi ambazo kupitia kwako imfikie Rais Suluhu Hassan. Mwambie tunamwombea wakati anaongoza nchi kwa muda mgumu kama huu, lakini ajue pia hapo na ndugu zake ambao wamesimama naye wanamuombea, na tutashirikiana kuhakikisha ya kwamba kazi njema ambayo ndugu yetu alianza itaendelea na uhusiano wetu pia utaendelea kuimarika kulingana na vile tumekuwa kutoka tupate uhuru wetu kama nchi Tanzania na Kenya.
Now, the body of the late former Tanzanian President John Pombe Magufuli is currently at the Uhuru Stadium in Dar es Salaam for public viewing. The viewing is after a brief funeral service that was held this morning. The body was carried in a military truck by the Tanzanian Defense Forces. Let's cross over to Tanzania to listen in to what is happening now.
Pombe Magufuli, vijana wako tunakulilia. Watanzania wanakulilia. Mwenyezi Mungu akuweke mahala pema peponi. Amen.
moving on, the new Kenya Airways ultra-modern cold storage facility is set to play a key role in the importation and distribution of the much-needed COVID-19 vaccines. This is according to Health CAS Dr. Rashid Aman, who now says that the world-class facility will benefit not just Kenya, but the African continent in the fight against the virus. Accompanied the CAS during an inspection tour of the facility at the Kenya Airways Cargo Center in JKIA, Kenya Airways CEO Alan Kivuka hailed the project as yet another timely investment for the national carrier.
Government, when it comes to the cold chain facility of importation of imported medication to support the endeavor of government in this fight against diseases that are there. So in addition to that, also we know that government is the biggest importer and user of medication. So we want to play that part in supporting that endeavor, because as the biggest importer of pharmaceuticals, and we, as the airline of choice, the airline in the country, we want to play our part in supporting government in making these medicines available and in good condition, because all the way from loading, transportation, offloading, and storage, we have the facility to make sure that these pharmaceuticals are at the right temperature, in the right condition, and also that they arrive in the right time.
The investment that KQ has undertaken to put up this pharma cold chain storage system really looks to be world-class standards in terms of the facility itself. But more importantly, I think the idea of investing in this area is very important, because this is an area that I'm sure that KQ will reap its investments from this facility as we move forward. The need for cold storage systems in airports and freight terminals has always been a problem, especially in our developing world.
Now, the county government of Bomet, in partnership with the Prime Health Organization, have unveiled a new renal unit and laboratory equipment at Longisa Referral Hospital with the aim of reducing a backlog of patients. Speaking during the launch, Bomet Governor Dr. Hilary Bachok said the new unit will increase the number of dialysis per day from 11 to 26, thereby assisting area residents seeking renal treatment.
Failing the expansion of our renal unit, we used to have 5 machines that were operational. We have been able to raise the numbers from 5 to 13, which means the number of patients that will be able to give the dialysis services will also go up from 11 that we used to do per day to 26. We also have plans to add 3 more machines, and that will mean we'll be able to triple the number of patients that we'll be seeing per day from 11 to 33 in the next few weeks.
The Principal Secretary for ICT and Innovations, Jerome Ochieng, has underscored the government's commitment to accelerate gigabit broadband to meet the growing demand for internet in the country. The PS, who was addressing the media after touring Mombasa Telecom House, said the government will go out of its way to improve and upgrade the country's technological infrastructure to ramp up internet access across the country.
The reason why we are making this visit here today is that you realize that yesterday we were meeting the committee of the Senate on Information, Communication and Technology with the aim of appraising the Senate committee on the progress that we are making with respect to various projects that we are doing within the ICT sector. And quite a number of things have come up. And one of the most important things that has come up is that we've realized that COVID has made us think differently and also work differently. What we are saying is that the internet has become our office, the internet has become our schools, the internet has become our classes, the internet has become our churches and mosques and prayer places. The internet is now becoming everything because we are all now more or less becoming too much dependent on the internet. We have a project here that we were supervising, whose intention was to actually increase the access to internet bandwidth.
And now we take a short break, but we'll be right back with more news. Don't touch that dial.
They say the is through of love. Throwdown shares with you those amazing food ideas for that dinner. And learn diet and avoid Monday p.m. Start your day in the morning. Well, apart from having a breakfast cafe you need, we will inform dive deep debates.
Order.
Yes.
Order.
The Morning Cafe with Ella. Friday on TV. Entrepreneur story of with
Excited. Me.
You show love.
A photographer is see her images.
Get to hear these and more. Monday with we testimonies.
Wa kwanza
Fire.
Sheila told us
Some out you catch the episode of BAMBA. They say the way to the heart is through the stomach. This month of love, Throwdown shares with you those amazing food ideas for that candlelit dinner and picnic days. Learn those dining etiquette and avoid. You are watching TV 47, the home of untold stories.
Now welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Newsfeed. Now, traders in Isebania town, Migori County, have called for investigations over an incident where suspected police officers invaded two premises and stole gold and cash, allegedly over 13 million shillings. Witnesses say that the officers, who came in two unmarked Toyota Land Cruisers police vehicles, invaded the MO1 bar and gold processing plant belonging to businessman Daniel Mogesi Ngocho. The officers, believed to be attached to the General Service Unit, are said to have assaulted 3 workers at the gold processing plant, abducted 2 others who are still missing.
Wamevamia sehemu zangu zote mbili, ambaye ni kwa club na hapa sehemu ya process mambo na gold. Ndo nikafika kaje kaangalia venye wamevunja geti, wakaingia wamevunja ofisi, vile vile wamepiga watu sana. Wafanyakazi wangu walikuwa hapa 3 wamepigwa, wameumizwa. Kuna teja wangu club wamepigwa, wameumizwa. Tatizo mimi sijajua kini ni nini, lakini kuulizwa wanasema ni watu wa KRA kutoka Kisumu na GSU. Hiyo ndio tetezi nimepata kwamba ni wao, ila mimi upande kama ni kulipa ushuru, documents zote ninazo, waga nalipa ushuru vizuri tu. Hili tatizo mimi sijui linatokea wapi.
Tulikuwa tumekaa hapa mida ya saa 9, tukasikia mlango na gongo. Mlinzi akaenda kufungulia akasema ni maskari. Kurudi akatuambia, tukamwambia mlinzi usifungue gate, sio acha tukae hapa. Kukaa kidogo ndo akaanza.
Now, just a recap of our first story where we had told you where Kericho Deputy Governor Susan Kikwai succumbed to COVID-19, and we had mentioned that the governor of Kericho was about to give a press statement where he will give more details on her demise. Now we are about to go live and listen in to his interview, his press conference, where he gives us more details on what happened.
Members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, this is my press statement on the passing on of Her Excellency Susan Kikwai, Deputy Governor, County Government of Kericho. With me is our own Senator Aaron Cheruyot, and Honorable Member of Parliament of Ainamoi, Silvanus Maritim, who are here to flank me off, and I read the statement verbatim. It is with deep sorrow that I have to announce the passing on of our beloved Deputy Governor, His Excellency Susan Kikwai. Until her death, Susan was the first Deputy Governor of Kericho who has served diligently not just the people of Kericho, but the Republic of Kenya in our previous positions. On my own behalf and that of my family, and on behalf of the county government of Kericho, I send my deepest condolences to the family, friends, relatives, and the people of Kericho. I feel deeply saddened at this sudden death. My deputy governor was taken ill a few days at Siloam Hospital, and she was responding well to treatment, only to lose the battle this morning at 10 a.m. The people of Kericho will deeply miss her. In consultation with the family, we will continually update you on the funeral arrangements. I urge the people of Kericho to keep calm and allow us to mourn our departed colleague with dignity. May her soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you. Signed by myself, Paul Chepkoin. Thank you. Yes, I have to say without fear of contradiction that our deputy governor tested of COVID, and it is the disease which took toll on her this morning. And that is why I want to take this opportunity to urge Kenyans to be very, very, very careful with the second wave. It is real. We must not lower the guard. And we take this very, very seriously. It's taken away our deputy governor. And it is not a respect of persons. This disease is real. We must heed the advice from our president and Ministry of Health. Yes, are we done? Thank you very much. I don't know whether it is in order to request for 1 minute for the senator, and yes.
Well, let me also take this opportunity to pass my sincere most condolences on behalf of the people of Kericho on the passing on of our deputy governor. We send our condolences to the family, her friends, and many of the people who knew her in her line of profession. Madam Susan Kikwai is one of our foremost daughters as the people of Kericho. We are proud of her achievements, both as our deputy governor and during the time that she served in the national government, rising through the ranks until I think her top position, where she was a CEO at Ken Invest, before she went down to Kericho to serve as our deputy governor. So we celebrate the life of Susan. It has come as a shock, but it's a timely reminder to all of us that indeed our time on duty and assignment on this earth is quite short. So on behalf of the people of Kericho, we say pole. I'm sure, like the governor has said, with consultations with the family and they in the county government, we shall be updated on the burial plans so that we give a decent send-off to our deputy governor that we respected, loved, cherished, admired, adored. So many good things can be said about her, but such is life. So just as a final parting shot, as a leader, I still reiterate what has been said by our governor, that let us be strict in the adherence of these COVID protocols. Like you have seen, this wave that we are currently in as a country appears to be perhaps more lethal than the earlier one, where we are losing more people at a very quick rate. So I plead with every citizen of the country please observe the COVID protocols that have been laid down by the Ministry of Public Health. Thank you.